This is a message to all my supporters of this podcast. I'm introducing a new supporters program. You can contribute a small amount as a one-off payment to show your love for this podcast. Thank you in advance for all your contributions.
News, laws, and regulations are changing by the day. We get it. And at ADP, we're here to help guide you with up-to-the-minute compliance expertise, so you can pay your people accurately and on time, regardless of what each new day may bring. Learn more at adp.com.
I just wanted to let you know before we start the podcast that I am doing an online podcast course, how to be able to create, get your guests, scale it and monetize it. So please do go to abmpodcastcourse.co.uk and go into the contact us bit. I'm looking for new people to be able to be a podcast creator and really to be able to develop their skills and knowledge into a podcast. So as I said, go to abmpodcastcourse.co.uk and sign up. Thanks.
This is the Absolute Business Mindset Podcast. This quick podcast will give you insight into business. I will share my thoughts, ideas from content leaders and experiences from my life. This podcast will educate you on business, and I hope you have a few aha moments on this journey. Today, I'm going to talk about the ability now in this modern world that you're able to learn anything, often for free, but there's also a place for paid content as well. So what do I mean by being able to learn anything? So in this world, there is now podcasts, there are YouTube videos, and beyond the sort of watching cats smile or frown on YouTube, there is a whole wealth of information, free information from people like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Dan Pena, from lots of different sources. And what I would say is if there's something, a skill set that you want to learn, whether it's technical or more soft skills, there is still the ability and the way to be able to learn that from YouTube or from podcasts. So let's just touch base on the sort of free content. So as I said, if you want sort of soft skills and you want to be able to build a knowledge base on your skill sets, YouTube is fantastic for that. Just Google what you're looking for, or Google a provider, a content provider, and then look for that. So I would say that is incredibly useful. But even with more technical things. So for example, if you wanted to learn a computer language, that again is pretty easy to be able to find on YouTube and be able to learn how to do that. Great resources that everyone should be leveraging. Everyone should be learning something new every day. I'm trying to go on 1 or 2 webinars a year that is upskilling me beyond my reading, beyond my listening on audiobooks, listening on podcasts. So I would suggest everyone spend some time doing that. The other thing I would say, there is a difference between paid content. So paid content is really powerful, and we should all consider doing courses from trusted providers, someone that you really trust and you think you can learn from. I would say paid content is obviously going to be better because it's not going to be necessarily cut and shut in the same way that YouTube does. So I would say YouTube as your starting point, and that develops you into more paid content, whether it's webinars, whether it's courses. You can pay thousands of pounds for face-to-face or in hotels or whatever for this sort of content. In COVID, we've actually found that there's been a great reduction in costs and overheads, so people have been able to provide these courses at a lot more reasonable rates. So check them out. They're everywhere at the moment. You'll find them if you find a provider that you really enjoy, a content provider that you really enjoy. Then go out there and learn on YouTube or on podcasts, and then think about paid content, because it really does make a huge difference, and we should all be constantly learning, always learning in our lives. Open mindset and a growth mindset is ready to be successful in the future and in the present. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the downloads, all the listens, all the subscriptions. It's fantastic. Thank you so much.